Hello and welcome. My name is Alan, and we are back with more members of the 118th Congress. Oh, for today. Sorry, I'm eating my multi gummy. Just finishing it off. For, for today, we are looking at Senator Mark Warner, who is one of the two senators for the state of Virginia. He is a Democrat, and before he took office, he was preceded in office ba, 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 by John Warner. Now, let's go ahead and look at who he is as an individual. He was born in Indianapolis, Indiana, on December the 15th, 1954. Graduated with a Bachelor of Arts from George Washington University in 1977. Earned a JD from Harvard Law School in 1980. Worked on the staff of Senator Chris Dodd, engaged in the high technology business, co-founded the company that became Nextel, member of the Virginia Democratic Party, being its chairman from 1993 to 1995, had an unsuccessful candidacy for election to the U.S. Senate in 1996, governor of the state of Virginia 2002 to 2006, chairman of the National Governors Association 2004 to 2005, before being elected as a Democrat to the U.S. Senate in 2008, re-elected in 2014 and again in 2020 for the term ending January 3rd, 2027. So yeah, he is in term 3, which he's got another Congress term, 2 years left on it. So he's not looking to get elected this year or this term, but next term he'll be up for re-election if he decides to run again. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at the committees he is on. He is on the Committee on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs, of which he's on the Subcommittee on Financial Institutions and Consumer Protection, the Subcommittee on National Security and International Trade and Finance, of which he is chairman, and the Subcommittee on Securities, Insurance, and Investment, of which he's a ranking member. He's on the Committee on Finance, of which he's on the Subcommittee on Healthcare. He's on the Subcommittee on International Trade, Customs, and Global Competitiveness. And he's on the Subcommittee on Taxation and IRS Oversight. He's on the Committee on Rules and Administration. He's on the Committee on the Budget. He's on the Joint Committee on the Library. And he's on the Select Committee on Intelligence, of which he is chairman. Now, let's go ahead and look at the top 5 industry donors over his career. At the top, Securities and Investment, who have donated $6,939,827. Next is Lawyers and Law Firms, who have donated $5,025,090. Next is real estate, who have donated $3,371,474. Next is retired, who altogether have donated $2,984,528. And fifth is lobbyist, who altogether have donated $1,931,192. Now, let's go ahead and look at the top 5 individual donors and contributors over his career. At the top, number 1, we have Dominion Energy, and they are commonly referred to as Dominion, and are an American energy company headquartered in Richmond, Virginia, that supplies electricity in parts of Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina, and supplies natural gas to parts of Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming, West Virginia, Ohio, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. Dominion also has generation facilities in Indiana, Illinois, Connecticut, and Rhode Island, and the company acquired Questar Corporation in the western U.S., including parts of Utah and Wyoming, in September 2016. In January 2019, Dominion Energy completed its acquisition of Scana Corporation, which is, it has formerly been known as Dominion Resources, Virginia Electric and Power Company, and the Virginia Railroad and Power Company, where it was originally founded in 1909. Altogether, it has donated $305,393, and once again, that's Dominion Energy. Next, at number 2, we have Altria Group, and they are previously known as the Philip Morris Companies, and is an American corporation and one of the world's largest producers and marketers of tobacco, cigarettes, and medical products in the treatment of illnesses caused by tobacco. It operates worldwide and is headquartered in Henrico County, Virginia, just outside of Richmond. Altria is the parent company of Philip Morris USA, John Middleton Incorporated, U.S. Smokeless Tobacco Company Incorporated, and Philip Morris Capital Corporation. Altria also maintains large minority stakes in Belgium-based brewer AB InBev and the Canadian cannabis company Cronos Group. It is a component of the S&P 500 and was a component of the Dow Jones Industrial Average from 1985 to 2008, dropping due to spin-offs of Kraft Foods, and in 2007, and Philip Morris International in 2008. So, yeah. It was originally formerly the Philip Morris Companies, which it was back in 1985. But I know the company's much older than that. Because, Philip Morris has been around a long, long time. But there's so many spin-offs and differences, it's ridiculous anymore. Altogether, they have donated $236,597, and once again, that's Altria Group. Next, at number 3, we have J.P. Morgan Chase & Company, and it is sometimes just stylized as J.P. Morgan Chase, and is an American multinational finance company headquartered in New York City and incorporated in Delaware. It is the largest bank in the U.S. and the world's largest bank by market capitalization as of 2023. As the largest of the big four banks, the firm is considered systemically important by the Financial Stability Board, and its size and scale have often led to enhanced regulatory oversight as well as maintenance of an internal fortress balance sheet. The firm is temporarily headquartered in Midtown Manhattan and is set to move back across the street into the under construction J.P. Morgan Chase, which is also in Midtown Manhattan, in 2025. So it's just moving from one building in Midtown Manhattan to the other. The firm's early history can be traced in 1799 and the founding of what became the Chase Manhattan Company. In 1871, J.P. Morgan and Company was founded by J.P. Morgan, who launched the House of Morgan on 23 Wall Street as a national purveyor of commercial, investment, and private banking services. The present company was formed after the two predecessor firms merged in 2000, creating a diversified holding entity. It is a major provider of investment banking services through corporate advisory, mergers and acquisitions, sales and trading, and public offerings. Their private banking franchise and asset management division are among the world's largest in terms of total assets. Its retail banking and credit card offerings are provided via the Chase brand in the United States and UK. With $3.9 trillion US in total assets, JP Morgan Chase is the fifth largest bank in the world by assets. The firm operates the largest investment bank in the world by revenue. It occupies 24th place on the Fortune 500 list of the largest U.S. corporations by revenue. In 2023, J.P. Morgan Chase was ranked number 1 in the Forbes Global 2000 ranking. It receives routine criticism for its risk management, broad financing activities, and large-scale legal settlements. So yeah, not good. Altogether, they have donated $189,169. And once again, that's J.P. Morgan Chase and Company. Next, at number 4, we have Norfolk Southern. And Norfolk Southern Railway is a Class 1 freight railroad operating in the eastern United States. Headquartered in Atlanta, the company was formed in 1982 with the merger of Norfolk and Western Railway and Southern Railway. The company operates 19,420 route miles in 22 eastern states, the District of Columbia, and has rights in Canada over the Albany to Montreal route of the Canadian Pacific Kansas City. Norfolk Southern Railway is the leading subsidiary of Norfolk Southern Corporation. Norfolk Southern is responsible for maintaining 28,400 miles, with the remainder being operated under trackage rights from other parties responsible for maintenance work. Intermodal containers and trailers are the most common commodity type carried by Norfolk Southern, which have grown as the coal business has declined throughout the 21st century. Coal was formerly the largest traffic source. The Norfolk Railway, the railway offers the largest intermodal rail network in North America, and Norfolk Southern was the pioneer of the road railer service. And its chief competitors, CSX Transportation, have a duopoly on the transcontinental freight rail lines in the eastern U.S. Norfolk Southern is the namesake of the leading subsidiary of the Norfolk Southern Corporation based in Atlanta, Georgia, and it was headquartered in Norfolk, Virginia until 2021. Norfolk Southern Corporation was incorporated in Virginia on July 23, 1980, and is publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange under the symbol NSC. The primary business function of Norfolk Southern Corporation is the rail transportation of raw materials, intermediate products, and finished goods across the Southeast, East, and Mid-East U.S. The corporation further facilitates transport to the remainder of the U.S. through interchange with other rail carriers, while also serving overseas transport needs by serving several Atlantic and Gulf Coast ports. As of February 2024, Norfolk Southern Corporation's total public stock value is $57.869 dollars. As of January 2024, Norfolk Southern's operating revenue is $3.07 billion. So yeah, you would think with the road systems and everything, big trucks and all that, that we don't use rail, but we do. We do use a lot of rail. Just as transportation to transport goods. People don't realize how much we still use rail. But, yeah, altogether they have donated $183,028, and once again, that's Norfolk Southern. Finally, in fifth, we have McGuire-Woods, LLP. They are a U.S.-based international law firm headquartered in Richmond, Virginia, initially founded in 1834. The firm has grown into the largest law firm in the state of Virginia and has 21 offices across the country. Along with its Richmond headquarters, the firm's largest offices are located in Chicago, Illinois, and Charlotte, North Carolina. So yeah, a very old practice and largest one in Virginia. Altogether, they have donated $167,217, and once again, that's McGuire-Woods, LLP. Now, let's go ahead and look at the donors at a glance. Industry-wise, securities and investment. Ooh, lawyers and law firms. Real estate. Retired. Absolutely wonderful. Lobbyist. Boo suck. Yeah, not great, dude. Not great. Individually, Dominion Energy. Altria Group. Ooh. JP Morgan Chase and Company. Ooh. Norfolk Southern. McGuire-Woods. Again, not great, dude. Just, yeah. Horrible. Anyway, this is a look at Senator Mark Warner, who is one of the 2 senators for the state of Virginia. As always, educate thyself. Think, read, study, learn. Someone tells you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources. I'll be putting my links and sources in the description box below the video. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, later.